Justin, the producer, got this.
Yo, y'all know what it is, y'all know what it ain't, and we back with another one. This time, I gotta figure out what's going on with your boy, my boy, everybody's boy, Spenzo. For a while, during that whole drill scene, he was like a beacon of shining light, just because he didn't sound like the average rapper coming up out of Chicago. At that time, we had a lot of different other rappers like Rocky Fresh, Spenzo, God, I can't remember the other guy's name, excuse me, but we have a lot of other rappers who wasn't really fitting that whole drill format, but they came up and blew up right around that time, and Spenzo was no different. Actually, in 2013, that was the first time I ever heard a rapper use the word merch. He's like, I can merch that. I forgot what song, maybe it was his Hang With Me freestyle. And when I first heard that, I was like, is he talking about merchandise mart off the Brown line? Is he talking about selling t-shirts? I didn't know what he was talking about, and I didn't even know where he was from. So I had to do my research and my due diligence for this interview. Not for this interview, excuse me. For this video. Watch a lot of different Spenzo interviews, piece together information, then I'm going to give y'all what I think happened to my boy Spenzo. So Spenzo, he from a few different areas, man. He from Englewood, most definitely, but he also claimed that low-end area around 47th and, what's that, 47th and Rose something? I forgot what he was called, but he's over there about 47th and the low end. He said he lived when he was in Englewood, he grew up around 2 blocks away from Lil Durk, and maybe this picture right here on your screen can explain what's been happening to Spenzo, because I screenshotted this picture a long time ago because I follow him on IG. Actually, somebody sent it to me, excuse me. I seen the picture, but when somebody sent it to me, they was like, do a story on this. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to just do a story like that on my boy, because, you know, they was the ones sending me the domestic violence charges he caught, as well as him promoting this bag of sugar. That's what we're going to call it. Maybe that's why he was acting weird, because if you go to his Truth Teller interviews, and he's always been a bravado, cocky motherfucker. If you watch him on Zach TV, he was acting real arrogant. But during that Truth Teller interview, he's acting real weird, bro, just all over the place. Maybe sure he took a bump of that booger sugar. But back to what I was saying. He said he grew up like literally a block away from Lil Durk, but he didn't know Lil Durk until the fame. And, you know, they was cool. They met each other through some mutual friends. But he didn't know Lil Durk, even though they grew up in the same neighborhood. Now, with him growing up on the low end, that allowed him to meet people like LEP Bogus Boys and different shit like that. They helped him helped him in his early rise to stardom. You know, they was helping him with songs, different stuff like that. Before Spenzo even got signed, he was dropping a lot of music on the internet that was bubbling up. And then when he finally did, just like another artist from Chicago, he signed his deal at 16. So he signed his deal at 16, just like Chief Keef did. But the only difference between Chief Keef signing his deal at 16 and a lot of these other rappers is they didn't get offered 6 M's at 16 years old. It was a struggle. It was a constant uphill battle for a lot of these rappers. If you think about Durk and Reese, they got signed at the same time, and they had to split $1 million. You know, they got a $500,000 advance, or probably like a $500,000 deal, and probably whatever that advance was, you know, and that's just how it worked. But at the time, Spenzo got his deal at 16. He performed at Anthony Davis, you know, the basketball player from the Rack. He performed at his birthday party, bro. I don't even know how, like, that's how hot he was at the time, where he was able to perform at people's birthday parties, baby showers, and different shit like that. That's when you know you hot and you on the up and coming. Now, if you already hot, like, you know, like Young Jock performing at the gym, you fell off. But when you on the up and coming and there's celebrities paying you to come perform at their birthday party, let's not forget when G Herbo got paid by Floyd Mayweather to go perform I'm rolling. And that was like a big highlight of G Herbo's career up until at that point, was performing at, you know, a celebrity birthday party. But before I even get on to the rest of the story that I got, I want us to focus on his mugshot right here. My boy got locked up for a weapon, for a pole. I did not know that. So in the middle of all this shit, you know, I'm going to get to why I feel like Spenzo fell off, and it's going to start with his deal that he signed. But in the middle of all this shit, he was catching cases. He caught a domestic, caught a pipe case. Looked like he's playing with that booger sugar. So a lot of personal demons that was going on in Spenzo's life that he had to fight. And sometimes you don't win that battle. But after, like I was saying about him performing at the birthday party, he linked up with LEP Bogus Boys. They was like they took him under their wing. They mentored him. They actually put him on his first plane to Miami when Spenzo was blowing up. If y'all remember that, I got commas on some shit with LEP Bogus Boys and Lil Wayne. I got commas on top of my commas. some shit like that. It's commas on commas. Y'all look into that. Spenzo was in the video, and Lil Wayne was actually, enjoying spending time with Spenzo. It looked like Spenzo was on the up and coming. And at that time, Lil Wayne was linking with a few Chicago rappers, but the only ones at that time was Dirk, Lil Mouse, and I thought I had a Spenzo and Lil Wayne song coming, but we didn't. Man, Joe, every time I see this picture on my screen, I feel so bad for my boy, man. Like, damn, they ain't have to do bro like that. But apparently, I guess he dissed the dead or whatever, but we gonna get to that. So, he met Lil Wayne at the video shoot. Everything was going good, but then let's get back to that deal that he signed, and I can't remember who it was with. I think it was with Atlantic, but he signed the deal at 16 years old, and he signed away all his publishing and his masters. He didn't receive any rap money from that deal. It was to the point where I don't know why he feels like this was a good enough excuse, but he says his reasoning for not making a dime off Wifer. He dropped the biggest song in Chirac history, one of the biggest songs in Chirac history, and he don't make a dime off it. And the reason he say he don't get paid off the song Wifer is because he didn't put in any money. But that's not really how it works. If a label come and sign you, they sign you for that song. Now they might, own the song after they sign to you, bro, but you shouldn't have to put in no money to make money off a song if you sign to a label. So it seemed like Spenzo wasn't really thinking about what he signed. He was happy to get out the hood. At that time, Chief Keef having a deal really influenced a lot of people to chase that deal instead of staying independent. And that's why people like Lil Baby eventually fell back from the music industry, because they see this as shady business. So Spenzo, I was going to plug y'all with the Illinois interview he did, but they deleted it. Maybe because Spenzo didn't like what he said. All I see is a short of it. But Spenzo said he doesn't make a dime off Wifer. That's why he don't perform it. But if you perform it, you at least still get paid for a gang. I just don't understand how the label just prey on the weak like that. Like, you got these vulnerable African American males, shit, even the Caucasian ones, these vulnerable males full of testosterone and hope, just to get out the hood, just to have be preyed upon by culture vultures. They waiting until there's nothing but a carcass left, and they just come get the rest of it. So Spenzo was going through that for a while. I think he was just not getting out of his deal like a year or two ago, and that's what you see a lot of these rappers when they get in these deals. It's like long-term contracts, 4 albums, 5 albums, and Spenzo wasn't dropping albums. So you can just imagine how long they was holding that contract over his head. But in the middle of me doing my research, I actually did a story on this. Well, Spenzo said he met Ruger through FBG Duck at a party, and Ruger finessed him. He said he paid Ruger £1 and some cash, and because I guess Spenzo the plug, and he paid Ruger, on some dope and some dough, and Ruger ran off with the feature. He said Ruger never paid him back. He never did the song. As a matter of fact, Ruger took the song, and I guess it's called From the Block. If whatever song Ruger got called From the Block is allegedly the song that he took from Spenzo. Spenzo, shout out Truth Teller, was on that interview saying that Ruger did the song better than him. He believes that Ruger blocked him and took his money because he seen he had old throwback pictures with Chief Keef. And Spenzo, if you watching this game, it don't kind of work like that for them. I just think he thought you was sweet. Sometimes it's okay. It don't mean you a pussy, gang. You never know how the next motherfucker look at you. They could be looking at me. Every time I go down the street, I look at this little nigga. I'll rob him. Not knowing I got a big ass for your little ass, man. So it ain't the fact that Ruger seen you with Chief Keef. He just probably thought you was sweet, bro. And that's no disrespect to you or anybody in your camp. It's just how it go in these streets. If somebody see a lick, they gonna take it. Doesn't mean it's always gonna work out for them. They might die in the process. But niggas gonna do that. So Ruger got down on him for the feature, blocked him, and stole the song. And that just even makes it worse. It's like he was just rapping for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He was just rapping and rapping, wasn't making any money, and he lost the motivation to drop good music. And I don't know if y'all ever heard of a rapper named El Gato, but for some reason, El Gato give me Spenzo vibes. Like, I see them two like with the same type of energy, the same type of mindset. Hopefully, I don't know why them two remind me so much of each other, but Spenzo and El Gato remind me so much of each other. But Spenzo was going through so much at the time, he just stopped dropping music. He kind of did what other rappers did, where they try to let their contract play out. Like, I'm going to stop dropping, I'm going to stop doing what I got to do so the label could drop me. Because if a label ain't making no money off you, then you just useless to them. And so Spenzo eventually got dropped. And then that's where we are today, with my boy surviving a kidnapping because he did somebody dead relative or dead friend. He got beat up in the back of the car. I think if I'm not mistaken, I seen Spenzo throw up the GD. So I don't know if he's trying to get into some street politics or it was always street politics behind the scenes. But he was real talented, man. I think signing that 360 deal really, really discouraged him and just threw him off the track that he was on, which is greatness. Because that Wifer song, you can play that in the club right now, nigga. I'm shaking my dreads like it's 2012. I don't get no fuck, folk. I'm teeing up to that song anytime you play it in the club. And I thought Shorty's going to receive some royalties from it. Like, imagine Chief Keef making Love Sosa and not being able to get no money from it, bro. So at the end of the day, being fucked over by the industry, signing the bad deal, and then after he signed that bad deal, bro, he didn't know anything about business, so he renewed the contract. That's why he was in it for so long. He renewed the deal thinking it was in his best favor, but once you ain't hot, they don't want you no more. Get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think below. I'm gone.